Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Van Dijk making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
Oh, what has happened here? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Scott to Greenwood, and it's Kakitani. And the shot! Scott, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Greenwood. Good ball, good take. Scott. And it's Azar. Passing nice and neat. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Shevchenko. Turkey ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And the counter is on. Oh, now he can run away with it. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Nicely worked. That's been cut out, well played. Looking to play him in. And it's Azar. Silvesh is looking to influence the game from out wide. It's a promising position. Trossard. Impressive jump! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Turkey are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Hazard purring through the gears. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Silvesh made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. And here's Shevchenko. Azar. And now the breakaway. He's found a way through. Matches. He leaps for it. Harmlessly behind.
Rafael Leao clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played. Pogba! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Shevchenko. João Neves.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Azar. Pogba. Rafael Leao. Kakitani. Now it's Azar. Aimed beyond the defence. Scott.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. And the pass is intercepted. Azar. Greenwood. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Azar. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gear, shapes to shoot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Azar. Looking for options, for movement. Great ball, and he's in, and the shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Tries to play it through. Hazard. Hazard. Alexander-Arnold.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
He's had a shot! Scott, very much a player of the moment. Kakatani.
Monterey Bay couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And they're quick to get it back. Scott. João Neves. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Great vision. That ball looks a good one. Oh, he's on his own! And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping! Can he spark a counter here? Greenwood. Sylvestre. And it's Scott. Scott charging forward, the ball at his feet. Raul. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Now it's Raul. Azar. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now that's well seen too. Pogba. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Shevchenko. Not the most accurate pass. Nicked it back promptly. Sylvestre. Hoisted in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. No, that's been intercepted. It's Kakatani! And that's another fine save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 13, Kakitani. Number 9, Hazard. Number 14, Shevchenko. Number 7,
Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! He's got himself an absolute peach. How they've waited! Now they have it!
The goal for Turkey.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Turkey have penetrated for the first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Well, they've got it again. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a sharp pass. That has been cut short. Van Dijk. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Nicely weighted ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Can he get on the end of this? Rafael Leao. And the finish! And that could have brought them level.
Rafael Leao clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
De Bast gets it away.
Monterrey Bay really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's picked his way through. Goes for a shot! It's a pretty loose pass. That pass has been well intercepted. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Good ball over the top. And he's taking look. He's gone for goal. Hits off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace, nor...
Oh, what's he done? Here's Rafael Leao. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. There seemed no way back, but they are level. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Foot in.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Threads one in. Wirtz going after that. And this is Batistuta. And there's green grass ahead of him. That's good play. Pass somewhat off target. Ferran Torres.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Tries to pass it through. Now it's Ferran Torres. Takes a shot! Scott. And here's Ferran. Decent chance! So close, but that is as good as it gets. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fella, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Oh, he's having a go! A real chance and a real let-off.
Rijkaard probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Schlotterbeck calmly anticipates. Palmer. Azar. Silvestre. Vinicius Junior. McAllister. And it's slung out wide. Big chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Mbappe. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Azar. Greenwood carries the ball down the right. And it's Kakitani. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pass somewhat off target. Hazard. Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. Silvestre, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And this is Shevchenko. Turkey are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Scott. And it's Azar. And Silvestre. That has been slung wide. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. McAllister, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's a good ball. And the shot! And it's a goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
This is a promising build-up. Well, that looks a decent ball. Can he finish?
Turkey really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Greenwood. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Oh, he's taken it. And it's Azar. Pings it across. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Shot, surely! And no mistake. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Good play on the left-hand side here. McAllister into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Palmer looking for options for movement. Now it's Neymar. And he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he's there to belt it away. McAllister. He's in plenty of space here. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Neymar. Mbappe. Oh, that was vital. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And a quick reminder,
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Turkey really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Turkey are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 to score.
Substitutions taking place.
Here's the whistle then to start the second half. Greenwood. And Shevchenko. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rijkaard. Messi. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Good take, decent chance! Superb from Vinicius Junior! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order, and they've got their lead back. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Madrid leading now. Kakitani. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shevchenko! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And it's been played through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Shevchenko. Silvestre. In with the challenge. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Point-blank header! Harmlessly behind. McAllister. Vinicius Junior, given the lift of his goal. Can he get on the end of this? Vinicius Junior. Greenwood. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Neymar. McAllister running with the ball. Pogba. And it's Scott. Neymar has created one goal already. Azar. Shevchenko. Neymar. He can run onto that. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Oh, he's been caught napping. He's a sharp little ball here. Kakitani makes a dash for it. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Greenwood, and he's managed to get free. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Scott. That's destined for the flank. Threads one in. Shevchenko picks it up out wide.
Turkey really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
No way through, so back it comes. De Bast wins the duel this time. Now it's Shevchenko, just eases him off the ball. Now it's Greenwood. Mbappe. McAllister. Now, can they get him away? The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Aims beyond the defence. Great vision. Tries a shot! And he's heaved it away.
Substitution.
Good steal, he just read it. And this is Messi. He has a look up.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
That has not gone well. Azar. And this is Kane. Tries to pass it through. Silvestre.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Has been indicated.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Up towards the front line. Chance here to counter. And that signals the end. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zinchenko. De Ligt. Hakimi receives it in a wide position, and he's managed to get free. Hakimi plays it in, and it's hoisted clear. Shevchenko, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Nicely shaped ball. De Ligt kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Hakimi, that's a good foray he's making. Casemiro. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he was quick to react. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Casemiro. And it's Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Azar.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Silvesh is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Can he get it through? Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Casemiro. Martinez. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Silvesh. Oh, well played. Zinchenko. Martinez. Bellingham. And Casemiro. And it's Zinchenko. Ronaldinho. He is wide and looking to get onto this. Martinez! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And it's Kakitani. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Greenwood. And this is Kakitani. And that is expertly dealt with. And he's there to belt it away. Hakimi. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, easy pickings there. Zinchenko. Azar. There's one of the players of the week. Played out to the left flank. Just eases him off the ball. Musiala. Now it's Martinez. Threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. De Ligt getting forward. Good ball, good take. Musiala! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And it's Pogba. Shot could be on.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's only too happy to take that back.
Hakimi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the finish! Casemiro tries to clear. Ronaldinho. Now it's Ronaldinho.
That was lovely, that.
Martinez knocks it into space. Played with speed from back to front. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. So the first half brought no... It's Ronaldinho! Oh, he has leathered that.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
That's going wide left. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's neat. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, it's played. Oh, great leap! And there's a goal. How they've waited. Now they have it. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal. It's so... Ronaldinho!
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Turkey different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Now it's Hazard. Now it's Kane. Spread out to the left. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Can he get on the end of this? Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's there to clear it.
The attendance for this match was 80,314.
Martinez. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Hakimi has it out wide and in space. Cross needs to be good. Van Dijk tries to clear.
Substitution.
It's their second corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Turkey have the chance to go the other way. Kakatani tries to pass it through. That's really well manoeuvred. Turkey perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Messi. Bastoni. Back to the keeper it goes. And Hakimi. Ferran Torres. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho's delivery. Pogba. And it's Hazard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that could set him on his way. And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Kakatani.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Scott running with the ball. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Now the ball's gone astray. Zinchenko did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Kane, and that has left him in a heap. Kane showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Hakimi. That's tidy. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Greenwood. Now it's Ferran Torres. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Hakimi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pass somewhat off target. And there goes the final whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expected buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. We are just getting started. Santos have chosen to go with a 3-6-1 formation, Jim.
Well, I've seen it before, Peter, but it's extremely unusual. Whether it actually stays like we've been told, we'll gauge once the game is ongoing, but essentially it can be effective from both a defensive or offensive viewpoint. It all depends on the manager and his personnel and whether he prefers getting on the front foot or just thinking a little negatively. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Likanin! Batistuta. Turkey are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Silvestre. Hoisted it. Oh, good effort! Goal! Turkey! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Turkey are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
That has not gone well. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. And he stuck it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Azar. Done delicately. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Turkey have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Scott, certainly one of the players of the week. Pogba. And it's Messi. There's a searching pass. Dani Olmo. And it's Pogba. That's going wide left. Hazard stood his ground strongly. Pogba. That is a brilliant interception. Batistuta. To Messi. Pogba going forward. Dani Olmo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This real chance! It's a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Aos 35 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
Santos cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Van Dijk. Oh, can he get onto this? Muscular approach does pay off here. Stefan Savic looking to pass their way up the pitch. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Scott. No, he's not getting his way this time. And it's Batistuta. Great defending, strong and determined. Lee Kang in. Messi. Shot, surely! And he hits the net. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
43 minutos do
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think you've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd...
Batistuta! Oh, that was no routine save.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
teremos 3 minutos
That
de
is great
acréscimo.
defending, so alert. Played out wide. And it's Batistuta. Batistuta running with the ball. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Hangs one. In he goes again! Van Nistelrooy is flagged offside. Van Dijk. Marquinhos. Hazard gets over and intercepts. And the referee has blown for half-time. Turkey are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Looking for options for movement. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Alexander-Arnold. Azar. Azar on a strong run here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's worked it through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Dani Olmo, and it's Azar. Nicely shaped ball. Now he's just misjudged that one. Marquinhos, Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Santos appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Dani Olmo, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's good vision. That's the keeper's ball. Pogba. And this is chance! Messi looking to add to his goal. Van Dijk for Messi. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Van Nistelrooy.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's picked it up out wide. Santos can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Great vision. Pogba receives it in a wide position. Looking for the far post. Terrific effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Van Dijk. Turkey perhaps contemplating their next change here. Valverde pops him off it and wins back the ball. And the counter is on. Into the last quarter of an hour. That's a dangerous ball. Shot could be on. The cross comes in. And he's there to clear it.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Out towards the flank. Marquinhos. Vids. That has been cut short. Vids. Szymanski. Passing is crisp and sharp. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And he was quick to react.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the idea was a good one. He's had a shot! Forced to go back. And it's Pogba. Oh, there's a probing ball. Savage kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bruno Fernandes.
Such good technique.
And the shot! And here's the chance to counter. The whistle's gone, and the game is over. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
Sylvestre just loves to go forward whenever he can. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Cruyff. And here's Messi. Ah, such a clever touch. And Messi! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, he's taken it. Sylvestre. Sylvestre is fouled. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. And this an opportunity to pull level. Tries a shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Scott. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Sylvestre. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish.
And analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch. And the
Shevchenko! Goal! Milan! Into the lead once more. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Milan leading now. It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it into space. And it's O'Shea. That is good alertness. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Pogba, nicely aimed pass.
Turkey really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Silvestre. Mohamed Salah. And they can counter here. Messi was in no mood for any of that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and it's Messi. Best. Greenwood. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Wan-Bissaka. More and more pressure on the ball here. Roberto Carlos. For Messi. Cruyff. Best. Pogba defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Cruyff, that's really well manoeuvred. Mohamed Salah. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Best. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Has a look and plays it forward. Turkey are looking to go forward now. Greenwood. And the counter is on. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now he's got space here. Greenwood. Azar.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Picked out brilliantly. Greenwood. Ferran Torres. Azar.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He has found the way through. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
Those of you making their way
Either
home
side
on
holding
public
back here.
transportation
It
today,
has been
please watch
quite
the
a half
screen
this.
for train
Well, it's a
departures
lead
and
that's
all
by
local
no
major
means
stations.
convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
Oh, great leap! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Now it's Greenwood. Greenwood was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. What a throw in. Cross needs to be good. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Pogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls.
The
Messi.
attendance for this match was 80,953.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Taken back almost at once. Best. Oh, good-looking ball. Greenwood. Scott. And here's Ferran Torres. Greenwood. Oh, sweet feet. Decent chance!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, good climb! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Mohamed Salah. And this is Shevchenko. Great, and the shot! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That was easy, almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Substitution for Turkey, number 19.
Turkey choosing to make the first change. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Hazard. Coming on the field, number 13.
And it's Van Dijk.
Number 25.
Pogba cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Great defending, strong and determined. Best. Cruyff could move up a gear here. Turkey can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Wirtz is on to... And a chance! Oh, he's following up! And he's stuck it away! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that looks a decent ball. Great shot! And it's in! Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And yes, it's him again. Milan have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the finish! Cannavaro gets it away. Shevchenko.
This is the time you need that pace.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And the referee brings it to a close. Turkey were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And this is Kakitani. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. And here's Kakitani. And Kakitani! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Howson is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Hangs with impressive jump. And he's stuck it away. They are purring, truly purring. What a header. Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's...
Oh, he's having a go! No, just not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Aimed beyond the defence. Turkey have their opponents right where they want them. That could spell trouble. Howson. Pass somewhat off target. Can he spark a counter here? Pogba. Oh, good ball. It's a goal kick. And he's intervened well there.
Roberto Carlos. Vinicius Junior
Receives it in a wide position.
Vinicius Junior
Will not want to lose out. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. That is Conte. Turkey are looking to go forward now. Engages and forces him off the ball. He has a look up. And the shot! Now, oh, it's fallen loose again! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. Bullish header! And yes, it's there! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Tries to play it through. It's a good-looking delivery. Keeper has taken decisive action. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair.
There they go, punting again.
Knocks it into space. Ambitious ball here. No, that's been intercepted.
Conte.
Now it's Thuram. Scott. Now it's Shevchenko. Messi.
Conte.
Roberto Carlos. He's having a hit! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Carlos clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Turkey heading towards the half-time break. The win very much in their sails. And here's Azar. Threads one in. Oh, it's played in. Oh, good climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Spread neatly. Van Dijk tries to clear. Inter Milan have it back and can go again. Kakitani was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And reclaimed it in a trice. That has been slung wide. Can he finish? That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we've reached half-time. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Turkey leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. Back on the way then. Passing is crisp and sharp. Goes for a shot! He's been caught on it here. Conte. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Great vision. Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. Header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Pogba. Scott. Now it's Greenwood. And De Bast. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Yamal. He's found a way through. Yamal. Now this could be a chance. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi. Greenwood. Kakitani has found the net here, of course. Crunching tackle. Messi.
The attendance for this match
Quarter of
was
an hour into the second half.
80,113.
Now it's Thuram. Yamal. And it's Rijkaard. Nicely spread. Yamal. Hoisted in. He leaps for it. Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Can he get on the end of this? He's found space here. It's not an especially good pass, that. Roberto Carlos. It's Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Could be danger here. Real chance here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And it's Hakimi. Picked out brilliantly. Has to go back here. Kakitani. And this is Shevchenko. Tries to pass it through. Scott receives it in a good position here. Inter Milan can breathe again. Just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Kakitani going after that. That's a little off target. De Bast. Forwards and with intent. Azar is looking wide. Shevchenko providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that was vital.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Vinicius Junior tries one from range. So close to drawing level.
And that's really unlucky because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Substitution for Turkey, number 9.
So we have movement on
Azar.
both benches.
Number 7, Mason Greenwood. Number 21,
It's a good ball out wide.
Pogba.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hakimi has the space to scheme. Scott with the clearance.
Messi. Number 5.
Messi.
Number 20.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Now it's Messi. And this is Kane.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Kane is firing after that one. Nicked it back promptly. That pass has been well intercepted. Conte shifted it to the flank. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's it. The pressure finally lifts. Turkey can finally smile now. They have held. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So, straight into the action. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
There's no shortage of great fullbacks in the game today, but Robertson really is among the very best. Some true legends of the game have sung his praises, and I can't disagree. Pace, directness, distribution, are all his outstanding qualities, and he does it time and time again.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possible. Oh, shooting chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Scott is onto this. Can he get it through? In towards the back stick. Defending of the desperate variety. Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Chouameni, that's an imaginative pass. He's through here. Well, there's the clearance. Scott. And here's Kakitani. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads, and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
And it's Pogba. Greenwood. And it's Kakitani. Chouameni. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
And Shevchenko. Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Alzara definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Wriggles his way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he shoots! And that's going up front in a hurry.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's found a way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's been played through. Just the keeper in his way. Decent chance! It's in!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Alzara have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Scott.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Silvestre. Totti.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's beautifully weighted. Now it's McAllister. That's been drilled in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Rudiger kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's McAllister. Scott.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Plays it across. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Pogba. Now Van Dijk. Passes short and sharp. That's tidy. He's having a hit! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
Olise. Totti. Robertson. And here's McAllister.
There will be 1 minute
Temporary
added time.
retreat here. And Van Nistelrooy! Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened here?
Well played and well cleared.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Turkey go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we get things going again.
Turkey can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rudiger. Here's Chouameni. And it's Totti. Olise. And Wan-Bissaka. Olise. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Totti. Lampard never out of the action for very long. Greenwood. Tries to pass it. He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he thumps it clear. Turkey are looking to go forward now. Nicely shaped ball. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And this is Kakitani. And that's another good win of the ball. Van Nistelrooy. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kakitani.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Greenwood. Greenwood going forward. Kakitani. Oh, that was vital.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Chouameni. And it's McAllister. And here's Van Nistelrooy. No, that's been intercepted. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably. And I mean...
he's given it away! Oh, that's fabulous! Totti, chance! And there's one of the players of the week. Kakitani. To Greenwood. Hazard. And here's Shevchenko. Oh, nice touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. This looks promising. Now that is a hefty challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's Scott. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Taken back almost at once. Totti. Ambitious ball here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that.
Alzara are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Kakitani. Shot could be stopped. They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, easy pickings there. Turkey are running out of time and out of options.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that.
And Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And another try! It's a goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.